Okay, we are back with Peach Aventurine. We got this from Hypnotic Gems on eBay. And it is a Mohs hardness 7, which means we'll have a pretty good time with it. Let's see. This is the rough stage, and it's really very pretty. I hope you can see that. Tiny bit of host rock here. And we have different sizes, so that they help tumble together. Now, this is just lovely. I think the color of this is gorgeous. And the quality of this rough is pretty good. It's pretty clean. And of course it's wet right now. But some of the rough we get is there's a lot of host rock, and this is very, very minimal host rock. So I like that. Good job, Hypnotic Gems. It's really pretty. Oh, it's kind of a thin one, which is nice. So this is 2 pounds of rock. We're gonna see if it actually fits in our 3-pound barrel. I mean, logically you would think, oh, of course it will, but the size of the stones, the airspace, everything that goes with it, because you only want to fill your barrel 2/3 full, which is, 2 pounds would be 2/3. So let's just dump it all in here and I'll show you how this is not going to work. We're full. This is not 2/3, this is completely full. So we're going to have to remove stone in order to get tumbling action. So this is how we always end up with extras, which we'll end up doing small batches of in the future. This rock right here is about 2/3. So we might be alright with what's in here. I want to remove that little chip. Again, chips, chips, chips. Okay, so we're going to put in our coarse media. I'm going to do 3 tablespoons. So, about the experiment that I'm doing with the grit. A lot of the videos I've been watching and the recommendations from the manufacturer and things like that, and then even from the vendors have their own opinions on how much grit to use. We have some go by the weight of the stone, and then I think that that's an incorrect measurement, because unless you're counting any ceramic media that you put in here, you're going to have an inaccurate reading. So I would say if you're going to go by the weight, then go by the weight of stone and ceramic media together. The other measurement that's common is they take the capacity of the barrel and they do that many tablespoons. So if this is a 3-pound barrel, they would use 3 tablespoons of grit. I'm kind of liking that ratio. Yet others will say you're going to want to use 1 ounce of grit per pound of barrel capacity. Well, 2 tablespoons is 1 ounce, and that gives us 6 tablespoons of grit, and that's far too much. And the reason I say it's far too much is because every week when I rinse these barrels, there's a lot of grit getting washed down the drain. So a lot of grit is getting wasted. And before you ask, no, you cannot reuse the grit. So I'm just going to put 3 in. I like the even ratio of 1 tablespoon to capacity of barrel. So I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of 60/90 grit. Then I'm going to add, because it's a first run, of course, I'm going to add some baking soda. And the reason I add baking soda, and I add about a half tablespoon because 1 tablespoon was too much. So about a tablespoon of baking soda to help with the gases, the stone and the silica, the carbide, silicone carbide grit, and the rocks and the slurry from the rocks and everything. It kind of creates gases. And so the baking soda helps lower that and prevent that, so that we are not having barrels that burst or bubble up. And when a barrel bursts, it just means a leakage. The cap pops off, and we want to avoid that because it's really messy. And I did have one of those in the very beginning. And now we're just going to add water. Let me get some water. I'll be right back. And we're back with the water. So I've been adding too much water, even though it's been, on the recommendations of everyone else. All the other videos I've been watching where it says to add to the bottom of the top layer of rock. Well, it makes for a very runny slurry, and we want our slurries to be a little thicker. The problem with a runny slurry is that the rocks just swim around, and they don't really, they're just swimming around. They're really not knocking against each other. They're really not, the grit is just floating instead of grinding. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit less water. You can see it's really still to the bottom of the top layer, but it's a tiny bit less. We want to just have a thicker slurry. So maybe that will help with the usage of the grit, and it will maybe shorten the process of how long it takes in this stage, because it's actually doing its job instead of getting washed down the sink. So it's an adjustment period. You have to see what works for you. I would always start with the most common of the recommendations from all of the videos that you're watching, and kind of start from there and then adjust and tweak to your process. So I'm just rolling the barrel, make sure there's no leakage, and there's not. And now we have to mark the barrel. And because we're running 12 barrels, we need to know what we're putting in there. So this is Peach Aventurine. It was Aventurine, wasn't it? Not Quartz. Aventurine, okay. Peach Aventurine. It's going into 60/90 grit. Today is the 20th. Today is the 21st. I don't know why I have such a problem with the dates. So I just add this to the barrel. Oops. Doesn't matter if it goes on the top or the bottom. I was labeling the barrels with numbers, but now that we have so many, that's just asinine. I mean, it's just ridiculous to do that. We can just put it here. So, because sometimes we end up moving them from to another barrel if the mass has been reduced by the grit and we need to combine it with another one, and then all the barrel numbers get screwed up. So the barrel numbers was a nice idea in theory, it just doesn't work in practicality. So this barrel is ready to run, so we'll put it on our tumbler. Okay, we are back with Peach Aventurine, which we started last week, so it's only been 1 week in course. And as you can see, it has made some amazing progress. And we did this with no ceramic media in it. I think that really made a difference. This looks like it might crack, but we'll see. See that? It has a lot of work left to be done. And we've already gotten some chips out of here when we were cleaning it. But boy, this is just really a beautiful peachy color. Really happy with its progress after just 1 week. Boy, look at the pattern. But it has more work to be done, so it's definitely going to go back into course for another week. Some of this still has slurry. Let's see, got that out. Just going to give it a little scrub with our toothbrush. Give it a little rinse. Get a little dry. And that's not slurry, that's stone. Okay. Pretty cool. So, wow. Really liking this Peach Aventurine after 1 week. Let's see if we have any more chips in here. And we will put it back in, and we will put it in with ceramic media. Now that we got the most of the host rock. As I say that and I turn this over. Oh, well, we're off camera. Apologize for that. Hopefully that'll come out next week. Yeah, it's really stunning. And as you can see, it has some lighter pieces as well. That's really thin. And it wasn't for this right here, which I think is where this little chip came from. It would have been ready to move forward. It's like so close. This is a nice dark piece. Just lovely. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to put some ceramic media in here to prevent it from breaking down further. Really got to get in there and scrub sometimes because I left this a little too long before I was able to get back to it. Kind of had some stuff happen. Okay. Not super worried about the cleanliness on this, as long as there's no cross-contamination, obviously, because it's going back into the same 60-90 grit. See, here's a piece that came right off there, which is probably this one, I would imagine. It's probably came off. So overall, I mean, it's just those 3 little pieces. It's not chipping bad, so I'm very pleased with that. These are drying quickly. Well, that's interesting. I have been off camera the whole time. Look at the shape of that. And there's a fracture line all the way around. I wonder if it's going to get knocked off at some point. Huh, we'll have to keep an eye out for that one. It was a very unique shape. This one's super close. Look at the yellow striations in that. And there's a fracture line. Hope we can work that out. Very lovely. on super quick here because it's going right back in. But the difference, you know, from last week to this week is amazing. As it always is. You know, it doesn't matter how well you know the rough. Once it's gone through 1 week in course, you don't really know what it's going to turn out to be like. Okay, and this is a really light piece. So we will recharge this barrel and put some ceramic media in it and see it next week. Okay. Alright, we're back with Peach Aventurine. It has been in coarse grit 60-90 for 3 full weeks. Well, 1 week, 2, yeah, 3 full weeks. It's coming along really nicely. There's still some places on here, right here, that could be smoothed out some more. That's the fingernail goes pretty deep in that one, and it needs to be worn away a bit more. How pretty these colors are. This was really a nice batch. A bit of yellow in there. Just that little divot. I think this is going to have to run 1 more week, but it is so close. So close. Peach Aventurine. Lovely, lovely stone. Yeah, it's going to need 1 more week. And then these little tiny beauties. Or maybe not. This particular one might be ready to move forward. You could put it in the bath water and give it another look. Oh, look how pale this one is. Isn't that beautiful? That's really pretty. But it's got some rough spots on this edge and a little bit one on that one, so we're going to let it go 1 more week. Definitely 1 more week on this one. Wow, just these little tiny pieces, these little tiny pits that are keeping it from moving forward. That looks like slurry. Could be host rock. Doesn't appear to be coming off, so host rock. Oh, this is lovely. Look at the pattern. You see the pattern in that? That's ready for medium. What about this dark orange one? Let's say it's ready. This is a no. It is not ready. A no, but halfway. Really super cool shape. Could benefit for a little bit more. Almost looks like a guitar pick. How lovely that is. And it's ready. So good, we did have a couple of pieces ready to move forward this week. And as you've seen from previous we separate the batches. We will set them aside till the remainder catches up with it. It's actually ready. Oh, not ready. Beautiful. Ready. Not ready. Not ready. Found a little chip, set it aside. Not ready. Alright, so it's going back for another week, of course. So let's just put these in the barrel here. Let's look for our chips. Aha. Here's another one. Oh, I just had it. Got stuck and rolled onto another. Where'd it go? There is one. I don't think that's the one I was looking for. This is why we roll it. Because it can, you know, with the water and everything, it can stick. Oh, maybe that was it. No. See what I mean by sticking? It just stayed on there. There. Now I think I've got all the little pieces. And then we can recharge this barrel and let it go for another week. Okay, we're back with our peach Aventurine. It has been in 60/90 course since September 19th, so it's been 3 weeks. And we're going to see what is ready to move forward to medium. Ooh, right in there. Kind of a mess. I just wonder if these are going to crack off. When you see these fracture lines like that, and as we've seen, sometimes they will. Boy, that whole part just doesn't look nice. Keep going off camera. I do apologize for that. Let's see. Oh, no. I mean, it's only been 3 weeks. It's a very light piece. I think it might be ready for medium. Oh, isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? This one's ready to move forward. Yay! So that's 2 pieces. And this is a definite no. Wow, there's a lot going on with this piece. Ooh. Ready to move forward? I don't know. I think that one can go another week. Put those back in the barrel. Definitely not ready. Isn't that cool? And actually, it feels pretty darn smooth. It's moving forward. Got some interesting shapes with this one. with this Peach Aventurine. If it doesn't, some of these really minuscule issues, we're going to try and see if medium will take it out. This is not minuscule, these are big. Very close. They're drying off pretty quickly here. That might be ready for medium. Definitely ready. Look at that one. Isn't that a cool pattern? Well, we had a lot of pieces ready to move forward. That's fantastic. Oh, that's a huge chip. Oh, I think the dogs are ready to go outside. Just gonna have to wait a minute. Oh, look how pale this one is. It's a very pale peach. Okay, so we have quite a bit that's ready to move forward. We have one big chip. Do we have any chips in the ceramic media? Nope. Okay, so this is all we have to move forward, or to hold back in course. I have a lot of Aventurine laying around. I think what I'm going to do is continue this in course, and I'm going to add some more Aventurine to it to fill the barrel. It'll be a different color, but that's okay. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I have to think about it for a moment. Okay, we will be right back. And we're back with our Peach Aventurine. It's in 6090. It has been running not that long, actually. Some of the pieces have been running since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 weeks. But that's not a true assessment of the time, because we have been adding new peach rough as we go along. Now, some of these smaller pieces have been running for this 9 weeks. Sorry about the tape. Oh, won't let go. So this has been running for a long time. It's ready to move to medium. We've had a little bit of chipping in this batch, as you can see. So we'll add those to the chip barrel for a gem water project. Oh, this is so lovely. It is so ready to move forward to medium. Oh, that could use a little more work, another week. A lot of these larger pieces have been added on as we go along. And so they haven't been running as long, but some of these I think can move to medium. We'll be able to keep the large shape. Oh, that's still too rough. This is a nightmare. Actually, I don't think that this is Peach Aventurine. I think this is Golden Quartz. Yeah. All this pitting is just going to be a nightmare. Let's throw that into our Dremel repairs. Oh, isn't this stunning? This is so ready to move forward. Look at the pattern. Isn't that amazing? Peach Aventurine. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of fracture lines here. But majority is ready to move to medium. Yikes. Ooh, that's really pretty. Look at that. So really, we only have 5 pieces that are ready, or excuse me, that are need to be left behind in 6090. These we can add to our other Peach Aventurine that's ready for medium. And I think we're going to actually make a medium barrel and run this on medium this week because we have so much of this other, and we only have the 5 pieces that need to catch up, and we can hold those back to run with another Aventurine project, which we have coming up in several colors. Fantastic. So we will put the chips in the chip bag. We will put these in with the medium, and we will put these, in hold. All right, we will be right back with our next barrel. Peach Aventurine has spent 1 week in medium 120-220 silicone carbide grit, and it is looking fantastic. It's feeling really nice. It's got some beautiful coloring. I'm seeing a little damage on this one. Set it aside. Again, it seems to be drying rather quickly here. It's nice and warm in our studio. Oh, beautiful. I didn't see any chips per se when I inspected this, but I did find some really small pieces, so I think these are going to go into our Zen Garden project because they're really super little, but they're getting really beautiful. It's pretty big for the Zen. All these pebble sizes. Oh, look at the color on that one. Gosh, gosh, if it would have retained its mass, it would have been amazing. That's an internal fracture line. You cannot feel that. So I think all of these are going to go to the Zen Garden project. Almost looks like the same color as my hand. Huh. Okay, let's set those aside for the Zen Garden. This is that one we've been watching. For some reason, it kind of reminds me of an angel. I don't know why. I'm not real happy about that seam. There's nothing really I can do about it. Been watching it from the beginning. It's a pale piece, almost yellow. Beautiful. So what we need to decide here is if these are ready to move on to 500 pre-polish, or do they need another week in medium? And with it being a hard stone, a Mohs hardness 7, I'm almost thinking, I mean, it feels smooth, but it's not quite there. Again, if somebody could invent feel-o-vision, that would be awesome. I don't know, I'd kind of really like these to go another week in medium, I think. I mean, they're close. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to go one more week in medium. This is a really cool stone. I really, really like it. Alright, I think all of this will go back into medium for one more week. Be right back with our next barrel. Peach Aventurine. Oh my, isn't this looking beautiful? It has been 2 weeks in our medium grit 120-220 silicone carbide. Oh, feels lovely. Oh, I'm very happy with this. I mean, it's got some natural inclusions and it's got some marks we just simply can't get out, but wow, these are beautiful. Feel lovely to the touch, they sure do. This one is not the most attractive, but it sure does feel very smooth. Really beautiful color. I think this is ready to move to 500. The surface feels just amazingly wonderful. So I think this can do a wash cycle and go to 500. Lots of stuff moving forward. That's delightful. And now I know we didn't have that we were holding off on some barrels, so I think that it's so little. little itty bitty. It packs a punch. And these are all dry. So, these are lovely. Just the way they are. Yeah, so I think we're going to start new stuff. Now, in the intro to this video, we talked about some experiments. And I think I'm definitely ready to get started on those. Yeah, these are gorgeous. Where's our one? Oh, here's the one that we keep watching. It's got the split. And I think that, you know, all these courses, all these stages in grit has worn this away. I think this baby's gonna split, and it did. Now, we've been watching it forever, but we knew it was gonna happen. That is okay, because it just was never gonna do what we wanted. We're gonna put this in the garden. Okay. If that had broken in our polish stages, it would have ruined everything. Okay, I think we are done with Peach Aventurine for this week. And we are going to wash it, put it in 500 pre-polish, and move on to our next barrel. Alright, we'll be right back. And we're back with our only barrel in 500 pre-polish aluminum oxide grit, which would be called a fine. And I gotta tell ya, this Peach Aventurine is really looking beautiful. It's been in 1 week. So let's get a good look here at what's happening. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Okay, how's it look? Oh, I got stuff on my hand. That's what happens when you start cleaning barrels in between. Alrighty. Feels amazing. And the surface is really looking good. These are thin. But wow, they're looking great. Peach Aventurine. I think it's ready to move forward to 1,000. Or at least these pieces we've been seeing so far. Alright, we are losing our focus here. That's an interesting piece. Completely smooth. God, Lord, I need to clean my hands. Yeah, I could probably stand another week in 500. No chips in the barrel,
Ceramic media looked really good. All of that you can't feel. It's just natural to the stone. Wow. Ooh, look at that one. These are dry. So we're looking pretty happy here. I think the Peach Aventurine is ready to move forward. Got some really tiny, skinny pieces here. That looks like a guitar pick. See that? Okay, these little. How many more do we have? There's a lot of little pieces. It's just ground down and ground down and ground down and lost mass. But I think these are like the size of a dime. You know, 1 digit on my finger. Not even. It's a little longer, but it's pretty small. They're looking really nice though. Very, very smooth. Very smooth. I think our Peach Aventurine is ready to move forward. We're going to put it in 1000 superfine pre-polish aluminum oxide. And we'll see what happens after that. We only have the one that we're pulling out because it's got a couple spots that are a little rough. Yeah, okay. Be back with our next barrel. And we're back with our barrels that are in 1000 superfine pre-polish. This is our Peach Aventurine. Oh, feels so incredibly soft and silky. Oh, it's really, really beautiful. Isn't that just stunning? Wow. Really pretty. Ooh, just lovely. Some of these pieces got really thin. And again, we lost a lot of mass through this entire process. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to break off. Nope, it's good and strong. Hate to put it in polish and have it break. Some of these, it's just so cute. It's probably more appropriate for a Zen garden stone because of the size. But I'm going to run it through polish. There's a little bit of a rough edge there, but that's just not going to come out. Okay. This one's a little more opaque. This one's more clear. You can kind of see some inclusions in that. Sorry about that. This has some really nice patterning to it. Beautiful, beautiful peachy color. This one's more yellow, peach, more translucent. You can see a pattern in this one. Just a little. That's going to be a Zen Garden stone. Let's just put it in there now. Yeah, these are looking fine. I'm not finding any chips in the ceramic media. So far I'm not finding any breakage. Fingers crossed. Oh, can you see that? I don't know about this angle. Lots of little stones. Yeah, I think this is ready to move to polish. Holy cow. Fantastic. Wow, look at that. Again, it's mostly dry. There's a little wet spot there. It looks nice. Okay. 1 week in the 1000 pre-polish did the trick. This is absolutely ready to move forward to our polish stage. Fantastic. We're going to put this one in our wet polish, which is the aluminum oxide, as opposed to some of these dry polishes we've been running. So that's cool. Alrighty. We are finally moving forward from the peach Aventurine. Today we're going to start with our peach Aventurine, which is in polish stage. So let's just set this aside. Let's see if we can find us a piece of peach Aventurine. Here we go. Let's wash it off. A little bit of water here. We'll dry it. Let's see how it looks. Oh my goodness, I think we have a winner. Look at the polish on that. This Aventurine is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, so happy. Okay, let's see if we can get another one here. A lot of foam in this barrel. Oh, look at that. That is completely dry. Look at that polish. That is the result we were looking for. Oh, what a better way to start a new year than with a good polish run. Oh, that's so nice. Fantastic. All right, what we're going to do here is get the rest of our peach Aventurine rinsed off, and then we're going to put it in a burnish cycle to get the remaining polish slurry off of it, any residue, and then we'll get pictures and we'll get them up. And let's move on to the next barrel, which we have is Tiger's Eye. Oh my gosh, this peach aventurine is so pretty. Just lovely. Okay, be right back.